One thing I like about gardening is the way that gardeners reuse everything. I just love seeing seed starting and gardening all in different sorts of pots and milk jugs and water bottles and just anything that'll hold dirt. So when I was first thinking of starting seeds, really direct sowing now because the season's so late, but those huge 72 cell trays were just so massive and they just took up so much space, and it seemed like the seeds would outgrow them because they're so shallow. So I did some research and I figured that I would start these little toilet paper tubes. So I'll show you how to do these today. They're so easy. I have them in half of a little water bottle because when I had sowed these original seeds, I kept the other top half on the bottle and just created kind of like a little mini greenhouse because it was just so cold, but here in New England it's really warmed up. So I'm doing this while holding my camera in between my knees, which is fun. So you're just going to cut at one end of the tube, kind of like almost to this blue line is a really good marker, and you just go about 1 inch apart. You want to kind of make sure the cuts are all the same length, but other than that, it's not a big deal. And then we're just going to fold in each of the segments. And now they kind of flop down a little bit, but once you get the soil in there and it gets wet, it's not a big deal at all. They'll just sit right flat and nothing's gonna fall out of them unless you're moving them all the time. So I'll do it one more time. This one doesn't have the glue, but that's okay because I know just about where I'm going to be cutting it. Whoops. Now see, this one I didn't fold all the way to the end, so it kind of messed everything up. So I want to make sure I fold all the way to the end of my cut. And then by the time I get back around, it'll be a really nice flat, or even bottom, I would say. So here's the seed pots all filled up with the seed starting mix. It's by Jiffy. It's just their organic one. However, you have to pre-moisten it. If you don't, you will wash your seed straight through the bottom of the container. It is so hydrophobic. So pre-moisten it, give it a good 20 minutes, go do something else, and then when you go to water your seed in, it's going to act like regular soil, not just sand with no end. So what I'm going to do is put in some red Russian kale, arugula, and onion. And I know that the timing of these is a little late to be doing at the end of May for these, but I'm just going to be eating them as baby greens, so it's not a big deal if they, don't flourish and get huge. I'm not trying to get kale the size of a dinner plate. And I have taken 2 of the little toilet paper tubes and just tied them together with these little zip ties, just because I wanted to keep them upright, because obviously I don't have enough to fill up this entire tray and make it really snug. We'll see if it works. I don't know. These two are a little squashed. What I'm going to do with all these little plugs that I'm creating is putting them into this flower tower. It's so exciting, it's so pretty, and I've seen tons of these all over YouTube, but they're so stupid expensive. And I found this on sale, and it's originally just, you know, marketed for flowers, but I mean, there seems to be plenty of soil space in for lettuces, and especially our lettuces and greens, if I'm using them for baby greens. So it's going to be really exciting. So I'm going to plant up these little seedlings, and hopefully we'll see their cute little heads in a few days. Okay, talk to you later.